Hi tenors, a very good afternoon. Great to see you all. Let me just do... I'm sorry to have to do more sound checks. We've had a couple of just minor tech issues behind the scenes. Just while you're looking at us, not on the summer school channel, you're here on the main self-isolation choir channel. And we've just been trying to make sure that everything works because the stream stopped working. Hey, Anna, all's well. Let's have a look. Good. Excellent, that's working fine. Let's get rid of that. Marvellous. I can hear myself there. And we've just been trying to make sure that everything works because the stream stopped working. So, do we have piano? Let's find out. Good. So a tiny bit more vocal. Good. Thank you, Mark. Let's just check the organ. Marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. Let's just check the organ. Bit more vocal. Good. Organ works. There we are. Okay, phew. slight, a little bit of tension there, ladies and gentlemen, but all's well. Right, put the phone on to silent and relax. Lovely to see you all. So, who is here? Let's have a look. Hello, Carolyn. Lovely to see you. Shh. You're not really here. Hello, Diane. Everyone is welcome, though. Hi, Vitske. Lovely to see you. You're loving it when Ben talks that well. Lovely to see you. Thanks for coming along. Vitske. There we are. I hope I said that right. Hello, Karen. Great to see you. And Judith from hot and steamy South Florida. Wow. Wonderful. Hi, Norb. Bremen. Hello, Mark. Please Bremen instead of Bremen. Otherwise, a good place for Brahms. Well, absolutely. I've just heard, Anne, that the Gloria was requested on Classic FM just before 2 p.m. I don't know who it was, but I've been reliably informed that we have been mentioned on Classic FM and that a very special dedication was made to myself, to Mark, and to everybody. So if that was you, thank you. That was really sweet. Fabulous. Who else is here? Hello, Jude. Thank you for complimenting the haircut. Thank you. I shall compliment the person who did it. His name is Fabio. My barber's name is Fabio. He works in a barber shop here in Bristol called Goodfellas, and there are 3 barbers, and 2 of them are called Fabio, and so Fab cuts my hair, and quite often we have both Fabs working on myself and my son Bobby, and so there's me sitting in my chair with Big Fab, and then there's a little chap called Fabio who cuts Bobby's hair. It's very, very sweet. How is everybody? Hello, Janet. Not a tenor. Shh. Hello, Debbie. A tenalto. A tenalto. That's the word, isn't it? Thank you, Debbie. That's honestly, that's a word I've never thought of before, but that's perfect. A tenalto. Couldn't ask for better than that. Hi, Rob. Hi, Shelley. Hello, Olivia. Hello, Jenny and Kevin. Oh, wonderful. Well, we've got a bit of time. Marvellous. I'm just so glad that everything seems to be working technologically. So, yeah, just enjoy yourselves this afternoon, tenors. We've got some lovely, lovely music to sing. And, of course, the wonderful organ from Chelsea Old Church in London. And Mark was just texting me as we did that little test. Wow, hairs up on the back of the neck. The organ sounds phenomenal. If you're watching Richard, and Richard was our organist, folks, brilliant job. Really, really good. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Who else is here? So we've got Kevin from Sheffield, John from Warrington, John Dunham from Melbourne. Wow, great to see you, John, and thanks for coming along. Hello, Susie. Basil the sheep and I are both closet tenors. Ah, is Basil yours? Have I made a connection? Well, it's great to see you. It's great to be in a conversation with Basil on Twitter. Hi, Marianne. Great to see you. Fabulous. Yes, if any of you were on Twitter, you can follow me at Mr. Ben England. I'm afraid I don't do Facebook, folks. I know some people say, oh, I should go on Facebook. I just don't have enough time in the day doing what I'm doing, you know, with a combination of phone, email, text, WhatsApp, and Twitter, and a young family. That's, you know, that's my day taken up. If I was on Facebook as well, I may as well just super glue the phone to my face. I would never leave. The thing I like about Twitter is you have to be concise, and encourages you to avoid these massive long posts. So I prefer Twitter, short and sharp. And so if you're on Twitter, it's Mr. Ben England, Mr. Ben England, all one word. Cheers. Hi, Gina. Hello, Graham. Lovely to see you. I see Susie belongs to Basil. Right. Say no more. Hi, Richard from Kilkenny. And hello, Andrew from South Devon. Marvellous. Well, I hope everyone's having a nice day. Weather-wise here in Bristol, it's sort of a little bit this, a little bit that. It's not sure at the moment. We've had a bit of sun. The forecast is for heavy rain. I can see a big black cloud just there about to cover us. So I suspect that's the weather that was hanging over South Wales this morning. So Rosie, if you're watching, thanks for that. Great stuff. Judith has just said, guys, she's not allowed on Facebook. This is the thing. Just because there is a self-isolation choir Facebook group, I am therefore banned from Facebook. This is what I've been informed. And because I'm a good boy and I do what I'm told sometimes, I will stay off Facebook for you, Judith. Just for you. Oh, fab. Excellent. So I'm just going to double check that everything is set up here. I've got my recording, got my score, I've got my coffee. Who could ask for anything more? Excellent. So that's all working. Bear with me, folks. Okay, good. Silent and off. Marvellous. So, Mark is saying, I'm always a tenor for this piece. We get the best bits. To be fair, tenors, you do have some really nice lines. The seventh movement of this has got just the best tenor line. The Domine, Fili, that bit. Oh, you're going to have such fun with that when we sing that shortly. It's a really sort of, there's this bit goes Domine, Fili, Unigenite, Christe. It's a really nice bit for the tenors. So yeah, I'd agree with you, Mark. You get the best bits in Vivaldi Gloria, most of them. There are some nice bits for the altos too, though. And who else? Carol is saying the tenor is wonderful. It is. Anne says, we had a heavy storm just as I was thinking I'd record, but the noise on my conservatory roof was too loud. Well, thank you for spotting that, actually, Anne. A couple of the musicians from Messiah at home, we actually had to do a bit of editing and a bit of apply some special filters because they'd recorded, and we sent it in and we were listening, and there was a strange sound on the recording. We couldn't work out where it was coming from. It was intermittent, and we went back and forth with this musician who kept saying, well, I had no idea what it is. And then we worked out they'd recorded during the rain. And so on some of the tracks, not all, on some of the tracks, there was just a downpour. And it was a real sort of, oh, yeah, perhaps when it's raining, perhaps we shouldn't record. So thank you for spotting that, Anne. Some professional musicians struggled with that, so well done. Judith says, we couldn't talk about you if you were on there, Ben. Well, there you are. I shall stay away for you. Okay, just for you. Janet is saying Vivaldi's Gloria appears in the movie What We Did in the Shadows. I love what we do in the Shadows, both the film and the TV show. Absolutely brilliant. And yes, Vivaldi Gloria is in it. Absolutely. Hello, Don. Great to see you. Carol, yes, of course you can be a ten alto. And good morning to Stan from Cambridge. Great to see you. David says hi from a still soggy St Boswell's. Thank you. Thank you. And hello, Tublington. Good afternoon. Warmed up, ready to go. It's Jane on Husband's Tablet. Hello, Jane. Great to see you. Excellent. I love the name, Tublington. Sounds like one of my son's toys. So we're having a special tea party today. Here's Teddy, and here's Bunny, and here's Tublington. Right, so I'm just going to put this here. So we're going to start in about a minute, tenors, on the dot of 3:30. If you could make sure, as always, that you have a good drink of water handy. There's a lot of notes in this. This of the two rehearsals, this is the more substantial. We're going to try and get the majority of the tricky music learnt and leave some of the more straightforward stuff for Thursday, so we can revise. Is it Thursday? No, sorry, Wednesday. Wednesday is when I'll see you next. So we'll kind of break the back of it, I think, by getting movements 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7 under our belts, which is a lot. All right, so don't be surprised if you're a little bit fatigued after this rehearsal, and make sure you get a good night's sleep and lots of water after singing, please. And then we'll be ready for a proper big sing through on Wednesday. We may come back and sing a couple of these bits depending on how we do. So I'm just going to spool everything up and we'll get started in about 10 seconds. Great to see you, tenors. Thanks for coming along. Quickly time to say hello to Catherine. Hello, Matt from Finland. Hello, Shelley. Matt Berry rocks. Yes, he does. Hello, Chris from Newcastle. And hello, David from the Pyrenees. Wonderful. A very, very good afternoon to all of you. Hi, tenors. It's 3:30 on Monday, so it's time for our rehearsal. Thank you for coming along today. You'll notice, those of you that are here live, that we're putting this out on a different channel. We've had a couple of tech issues. Hopefully it shouldn't cause any problems as we go forwards. And this video will ultimately be moved onto the summer school channel. We're looking today at this wonderful Gloria by Vivaldi, and we're going to look at the first and second movements, the fourth and fifth, and the seventh movement in this rehearsal. So a lot of music to get through. So if I could ask you please to open your scores, and please remember, as I said this morning, we are using this score that we've sent you, which is edited by Clayton Westerman. And so if you're using another edition, if you're using a Novello or a Ricordi, please use our version instead. We don't want you struggling with when the pages are different, because in these editions there is no one edition that is the kind of definitive one. Okay, so use our edition, please, if you'd be so kind. And if I could ask everybody to turn to page 5, and we'll get started in just a moment. So just to kind of recap what I said this morning in our briefing, what you're going to hear and sing throughout this work is a combination, really, of two different forms of music. One is the stile antico, this ancient style, which sounds like a Palestrina motet. Lots and lots of long-held lines, lots of beautifully prepared and logical music making, and then some more music that seems to be a little bit more emotional, a little bit more driven by the words. And this is what we call the stile moderna. Okay, and so if you just a quick way of compartmentalizing it, stile antico, what Monteverdi called the prima practica, which is the first practice, everything is beautifully prepared, as I say. So if you have a seventh in the chord, it will fall. And if you have a rising note, it will rise. Okay, that's the ancient style, the prima pratica. What Monteverdi pioneered in his operas, which he wrote during the 16th century. And if you haven't heard any Monteverdi operas, can I recommend, in particular, I mean, they're all great. The Coronation of Poppaea is wonderful. Orfeo is also beautiful. If you listen to the first 15 minutes of Orfeo, you'll get a really good sense of this second style, the second practice, the modern style. In the first style, you have music which is subservient, the words which are subservient to the music. So the music is the most important aspect, and the words are secondary in the ancient style. In the modern style, which Vivaldi was using here, Monteverdi was using, it's the other way around. The words are more important, and they dictate what the music does. So even if that means you will rise from a seventh to another chord, then that is entirely in keeping, as long as that's what the emotion dictates, that's what the words dictate. So as we go through, I'll try and point out some of these little moments, but if you fancy a bit of reading in your off days, have a little look at Prima Pratica, Seconda Pratica in relation to Monteverdi and Vivaldi. Really interesting stuff. So this first movement, Gloria in Excelsis Deo, this is the song that the angels sing to the shepherds. And so you've got to imagine, you're just a poor shepherd sitting around on a hilltop, counting your sheep, counting them again, and then all of a sudden a choir of angels appears and sings glory to God in the highest. And you'd be rocked back on your heels seeing that. What Vivaldi has given us is an enormous, big D major chord, and then a wall of sound. And just imagine experiencing this heavenly singing. We're going to be that angel choir. So we start in bar 17 on page 5, and it is nice and straightforward. It's just the same note over and over again, and we sing in bar 17 after 2. It's 1, 2, Gloria, Gloria, 3, 4, 1, 2, Gloria, Gloria. Okay, sing that with me, please. From 17, after 2, ready, 1, 2, Gloria, Gloria, 3, 4, 1, 2, Gloria, Gloria, 3, 4, 1, 2. Excellent. Well done. Notice we're aiming for the or, Gloria, Gloria. Lovely, rather than Gloria. Okay, we want much more of the or and less of the r at the end. We then have a rather lovely little echo section. And if you imagine the choir singing really loudly, and when they stop, their voices will carry on. And I think there's a little bit of that going on here, a little bit of Vivaldi's operatic background. So we sing in bar 21, it's 1, 2, in excelsis Deo. Then we sing it again quietly. In excelsis Deo. Lovely. So let's sing that together, please, from bar 21. The first time, nice and strong. The second time, quiet, because it's an echo. Here's your note. Starting after 2. Ready, deep breath. 1, 2. In excelsis Deo. Deep breath. In excelsis Deo. Excellent. Well done, everybody. Okay, so now we come to bar 28, and we have 4 Glorias and an in excelsis Deo, and he's going to move us from all this lovely bright major sound, all this D major stuff, towards the relative minor, which is B minor. Okay, so from bar 28 to bar 35, this is what the tenor line sounds like. So we go from here to after 2. 1, 2, Gloria, 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 in excelsis Deo. Okay, please notice Excelsis, if you'd be so kind. I know some of the Fieri singers, some of them sing Excel, some of them sing Eggshell. Remember, these are all recorded in isolation, of course. I would like us to sing Excelsis, if you'd be so kind. So let's just look at that 4 Glorias in a row from 28. So it's... Okay, let's sing those 4 Glorias from bar 28. Starting after 2, deep breath. 1, 2, Gloria, 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 Gloria. Excellent, excellent. And then the in excelsis Deo becomes nice and legato, nice and smooth, and we sing in excelsis Deo. Sing that with me, please. In excelsis, bar 32. 1, 2. In excelsis Deo. Excellent job. Let's put that together, please. Let's go from bar 28 on to bar 35. Okay, ready, tenors? After 2. 1, 2. Gloria, 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 in excelsis Deo. Excellent. Well done. So we then get 2 bars, little bit of kind of a nice twiddly bit in the organ with an echo, and then we come in bar 38. Okay, and what we're going to see here is the first really big example of that wall of sound and this stile antico style. This is where things might sound a little bit more Renaissance, long melodic lines moving very, very slowly, creating a big, thick kind of harmonic texture. So what we'll do is I will sing you and play you from 38 to 48. So follow it along for me. Note the dynamic is forte here, okay? It's strong. So we go in at 38 after 4. Sounds like this. 2, 3, 4. Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Okay, now it's a long line. You need to breathe at several points to stagger the breathing. Try and breathe at a place that isn't obvious. And what I would say to you, if you were standing in front of me, if we were in the same room, I would say just take out a note. All right, breathe, take out a note entirely. You might go, Gloria, Gloria in and you just literally take out a note. You can do that here, or if you'd rather just fade out and fade back in, it's entirely up to you. Let's sing that together, please, from 38 to 48. Take a great big breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gloria, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Excellent. Well done. Very, very well done. Do remember when you're singing these long notes, particularly the Excelsis, drop your jaw, make it a nice, big, tall sound. Okay, super. So we are now at bar 50 on page 9. And just invite you, if you have your drink of water handy, to just rehydrate yourself. So I'm going to do that. Cheers. Fabulous. Okay, so now, what Vivaldi has done is he's taken these long lines and he now compresses them back together. So rather than taking 4 bars or 8 bars to sing Gloria in Excelsis, now it just takes 2 bars. The technical term for that is diminution, ladies and gentlemen. And we sing Gloria in Excelsis, Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Okay, it's a really, really nice line. A short Gloria in Excelsis and then a Gloria in Excelsis Deo, please, in one breath. Okay? Let's sing that together from bar 50. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Gloria in Excelsis, Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Well done. One more time for luck, because that's a little bit tricky, particularly the Excelsis Deo at the end. So one more time, please. From 50, deep breath, 2, 3, 4. Gloria in Excelsis, Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Excellent. Well done. And now we just have a little bit of kind of wrapping up as Vivaldi takes us back towards the home key. And what you might hear here, this is a little bit unexpected. He moves rather quickly from E major down to D major via a related chord. And as I say, it's a bit sudden. This is one of those examples where he is following the words. The words are telling us what to do. And so what we sing here in bar 56 is Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Let's sing that together, shall we? Nice deep breath from 56, 2, 3, 4. Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Well done. Great stuff. So why don't we sing from bar 50, please, tenors? Bar 50, Gloria in Excelsis, all the way through to 59. Okay, bottom of page 9. There's your note. Take a nice deep breath. 2, 3, 4. Gloria in Excelsis, Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Deep breath. Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Excellent. Well done. And now over the page, we're on the last couple of bars, really, the last 8 bars. So you come in bar 62 with the sopranos, and the altos and basses come in on beat 3 of that bar, and we sing in Excelsis and then the Gloria in Excelsis Deo to finish. So the in Excel is a stretched out version, and we sing after 4, 2, 3, 4. In Excelsis. Okay, so if we sped that up, okay, it's just up and down again. So let's sing that at the proper tempo. After 4, 2, 3, 4. In Excelsis. Very good. Okay. And just notice then in bar 67, just note, those of you that did the recording will remember this. In 67, we are omitting the pause. So there is a little mark over the rest. It looks like a kind of Egyptian hieroglyphic I. Ignore it. We're not going to pause there. So after the C's, we then carry on and we just sing Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Sing that for me from 68, 2, 3, 4. Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Okay, and be like a trumpet at that point. Really quite martial and quite exciting. Let's sing from 62 to the end then, tenors. Okay, nice deep breath. After 4, 2, 3, 4. In Excelsis. 2, 3, 4. Gloria in Excelsis Deo. And there you have it. Okay, splendid. Thank you, tenors. So we will now sing along with our wonderful singers from the Fieri Consort and our organist, Richard Gowers, who's recorded the entire work for us on the glorious, no pun intended, well, actually it was intended, the glorious organ of the Chelsea Old Church in London. So if you could please have a drink of water, we'll sing through the entire movement with just the tenor line. Okay, so take it away, Richard. Here we go. Deep breath. 1, 2.
Gloria, Gloria.
And.
Gloria, Gloria. In Excelsis Deo.
And.
In Excelsis Deo. Gloria, 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 in Excelsis Deo.
Deep breath.
Gloria, Gloria, in Excelsis Deo.
And.
Gloria in Excelsis, Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Gloria in Excelsis Deo.
Deep breath. And.
In Excelsis.
2, 3, 4.
Gloria in Excelsis Deo.
Fabulous. Well done, tenors. And thank you to Richard and to our lovely tenor. I'm not sure which of our tenors that is, so thank you, both of you. Brilliant. Okay, thanks, tenors. Well done. Have a sip of drink. All right, get yourselves rehydrated, and we will have a look at Et in Terra Pax, if you don't mind. So just a quick moment. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Now, having opened the work in the beautiful bright key of D major, which, again, if you've sung with me for a while, I keep going on about D, don't I? If you want to write something bright and exciting, you use the key of D major. Think. So, of course, he opens in D, but then Vivaldi throws us a little bit of a curveball here. Et in Terra Pax, and in earth peace, goodwill to all people. Here he shifts, and so we move from the major to the minor. We move to B minor, which is the relative minor of D. And we go from a feeling of 4/4 in a bar, four beats in a bar, which is good and solid, and you can march to that, can't you? To 3/4, which is more of a dance, and this has a feel of a minuet. And so on. Absolutely beautiful, a sense of a real sort of longing. It's a very poignant piece, and there's a lot of clashes, a lot of deliberate clashes, tension and release, usually occurring around the word pax, peace. And so just be ready for that. A lot of the notes that we have to sing, they don't look hard, but when they're sung in context, you've really got to stick to your guns on this one in order to get the full effect. And so if we could start, please, on page 13 of our score. And if you notice, the basses start in bar 9. They sing Et in Terra. Okay, they come in on a G. We come in on a B in bar 10, and we sing 1. Et in Terra Pax omnibus. And you notice how smoothly I sang that line. It's got to be lovely in legato. Use your tall mouth sounds to really help that sound grow. Et in Terra Pax omnibus. Okay, and use the sound of hominibus to phrase it off. Let's sing that together. Let's give it a go. Okay, so from bar 10, deep breath, and 1. Et in Terra Pax omnibus. Well done, everybody. We then come in bar 16, singing a C sharp. Okay, now it's not marked with an accidental, but the last C we sang was a C natural, so you might just want to put a little sharp sign just before your entry at Bonne on 16. And we now have the other tune. So the first tune is da 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 da. That's the first melody. This is the second one, Bonne voluntatis, and you'll see we now start to climb by semitone. Okay, so we sing, and I will sing for you from 16 to 21. Okay, it goes like this. After 1 and 1, Bonne, Bonne voluntatis. Okay, really very, very beautiful line. Make sure when you're ascending via semitone that you're just allowing a smile to touch your eyes slightly. That just helps raise the pitch and gives you a better result. So let's sing together from 16. Okay, keep the vowel sounds nice and clean. Nice deep breath after 1, 2, 3, 1. Bonne, bonne voluntatis. Excellent. Very good. Put the S of tatis, please, cleanly on the first beat of bar 22. Well done. Now let's move on. Bottom of 15 is our next entry. This one is nice and straightforward. It is just this at bar 25. It's 1. Et in Terra Pax omnibus. Sing that for me after 1 and 1. Et in Terra Pax omnibus. Very, very well done. Thank you. So I'm just going to turn my fan off as it's fine in here at the moment. Okay. So the bass then ascends, and then we join in on page 16 at bar 29. So that's a little bit tricky, and this is the first of these tritones. And the tritone is otherwise known as an augmented fourth or a diminished fifth, and it's a slightly angular interval, a little bit tricky. So just a bit of practice on this. So if I sing you from 29 to 31, it sounds like this: 2, 3. Bone voluntatis. So sing that with me from 29 to 3. Bone voluntatis. Excellent. Well done. And use the one beat rest at the start of 32 to grab a huge tank full of air, please, if you would. I would suggest use my tall, cold breathing method, where you drop your jaw and then you take a cold breath in, make no sound. One of those, and you can really feel your lungs, because you have a lovely line that follows, and it's got to be really sustained and really beautiful. So this is bar 32 to bar 36, and it sounds like this. After 1, 2, 3, 1. Et in Terra Pax omnibus. Now, isn't that just gorgeous? And your note on the D on Et in Terra at 33 is really unexpected, because the harmony goes. Okay, and that is an unexpected moment, so really lean into it and grow through that lovely long note. And of course we're aiming for Pax with this clash. So just enjoy that little moment, that really quite intense tension, followed by the beautiful sweet release, as it were. So let's sing, please, from 32, and we'll sing to the bottom of the page. After 1, 2, 3, 1. Et in Terra Pax omnibus. Excellent. Then over the page, we then sing 38. So 38 to 40 sounds like this, and 1. Bone voluntatis. Sing with me from 38 and 1. Bone voluntatis. Very, very nice. Well done. Okay, so we have a few bars of rest. Time off for good behaviour, and so we come back in at the top of page 18, now bar 44, and this will be familiar because this is that same ascending semitone pattern we sang before, just a little bit lower in pitch. So we start bar 44, and it sounds like this: 2, 3, 1. Bone, bone. Okay, apologies for the slight issue there with the piano. So let's sing that together. After 1, 2, 3, 1. Bone, bone, voluntatis. Excellent. So now we've arrived at the last bar on page 18, and so from bar 51, that's the bar that we're on, 51 to 55 sounds like this. And just before I play it, just notice, would you please, at the top of 19, can I ask you just all have a look at the soprano line in bars 53 and 54, and you'll see some brackets over the top of the bars. Here, there's this lovely familiar term, if you were singing with me with Messiah, the hemiola. Okay, and a hemiola is where you're in 3/4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and over the course of 2 bars of 3, you change the emphasis. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you get 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so it changes the emphasis and it creates a nice bit of interest. And so what that means for us is that means you're going to be singing across the bar line. All right, and it sounds like this from these last two notes of page 18, bar 51. It sounds after 1 and 1. Sorry, my fault. I had a slight page turn emergency. Let's do that again. And 1. Bone voluntatis. Okay, particularly nice moment there. So sing that with me, please. From the last bar of 18, this is bar 51, starting on a C sharp. After 1, 2, 3, 1. Bone voluntatis. Excellent. Put the S of tis, please, on the first beat of bar 56 and just enjoy that moment. It's particularly nice. Okay, so you then get 4 bars where you don't sing anything and enjoy that because you've now got a long period from bar 60 where you sing a lot. Okay, so now we have another one of these lovely big walls of sound, Bone voluntatis, starting at 60 and going on to the first note of 69. So what I'll do is I will sing and play for you from 60 to 69, follow it along, starting on an F sharp. Okay, it's after 3, 2, 3. Bone voluntatis. All right. I think honestly the hardest thing with that is just the counting rather than the pitches. It all tends to move by step or by small leap. It's just a matter of counting. So if you have pencils and you want to mark this in, to begin with, the first bar of that bone voluntar is fine. The note on tar. Okay, so the first note, it's a D for 3 beats, then it's a B flat for 6 beats. So it's tar. Then we move up by semitone in bar 64 to a B natural, which we hold for 6 beats. Then we sing an A sharp, same note as a B flat for 3 beats. And then we have a hemiola. Just sing that last. So sing bar 67 to the first note of 69. Okay, start from the start of the hemiola. Ready, 2, 3. Okay, excellent. Let's have a look at the whole thing then from 60 to 69 again. Bone, nice deep breath. 2, 3. Bone voluntatis. Excellent. Well done. Very, very well done. Just be aware, before we move on, your B natural in bar 64 and 65, really make sure once you land on that note, you listen very carefully and you keep that note nice and clean. Let me play you what the rest of the choir is doing. On that note, we then get this. So make sure you're happy with your B because it's deliberately clashing against the soprano and the alto and everybody else. So stick to your guns on that. Practice with the recording. It's a wonderful moment, but it all works together. Okay. So now in bar 69, and we're doing very, very nicely. We're down to the last couple of pages. And this is, without doubt, one of the more substantial movements. So doing very, very well. Bar 69, you get to take the lead here, tenors. So you've just finished hearties. You need to grab a breath really quickly. And then 69 to 73 sounds like this. And 1. Et in Terra Pax omnibus. hominibus, which should be very familiar because what we sang at the start. So from 69 after 1 and 1. Et in Terra Pax hominibus. Excellent. Well done. Enjoy that lovely moment. Again, really lean into Pax so we get that glorious clash. And then you need to remember the note on Pax, because it's your next note on Et in Terra. And here he's going to do something different, something slightly unexpected. Actually, it's more than slightly unexpected. So here we are in bar 74. And we'll go from 74 to 76, okay? He then sings 1. Et in Terra Pax. Okay, this is a good example of that second style, the seconda pratica, all right, where the words are dictating what we're doing. And musically, you'd never normally see that, but it's being driven by the emotions, everybody. So let's sing that together from 74, Et in Terra, and 1. Et in Terra Pax. Excellent. Can we run into that then, please, tenors? Let's go back and we do have time. Can we sing then this whole section from the top of page 20, from bar 60 through to 76, okay, because this is a lot of music for the tenors, all very much compressed, and then from 76 to the end is one phrase. All right, so we're going to go from the top of page 20, bar 60, there's your note, Bone voluntatis. Nice deep breath, 2, 3. Bone voluntatis. Et in Terra Pax hominibus. Et in Terra Pax. Well done. See what I mean? It's not easy. So spend a bit of time with your practice tracks. Of course, you have this recording to use, as well as all the lovely tracks from the Fieri Consort, which are yours to enjoy and to practice with. Okay, so we come to the heart of this last movement, the last phrase, and it is absolutely beautiful. Hominibus bone voluntatis, and goodwill to all people. And you hear the choir really for the first time coming together and creating a beautiful, beautiful harmony all together. Again, quite intense, but very, very lovely. So if I sing for you and play from 76 to 89 to the very end and just follow it along. Okay, so from 76 after 2, 1, 2. Hominibus bone Lovely. And of course, for a tenor to finish on an F sharp is pretty low in the range, so make it a darker sound, okay, at the end. So let's just have a look at that, just unpick it before we sing it all the way through. In bar 76, when we pick up there, you see there's a long note tied to a shorter note. And what I want you to do, please, I've told everyone to do this, is to crescendo through the long note over the bar line. So you get bone. So each time you're growing and growing in intensity, and of course the other parts are doing the same at a different time, so it becomes a wonderful crescendo and a really intense emotional moment. So let's sing let's sing from Hominibus bone voluntar up to the last note of page 22. Okay, so from Hominibus in bar 76 at the top of the page. After 2, 1, 2. Hominibus bone Excellent. Well done. Sorry to stop you there, but I want to turn over this last page of the movement, start from the top of the page, then we can join it all up together. So just come in, please, on a tar at the top of page 23, and just follow it along. There's only one leap here, and it goes... Okay, just that leap at the end, otherwise it moves by step. So let's come in at the top of 23 on the tar in bar 84. Ready? After 3, 2, 3. Excellent. Well done, tenors. Thank you. I've just noticed it's gotten very dark in here because there's an enormous storm just raging outside the window. So apologies if it looks like I'm in a cave. So let's sing it from the very beginning, tenors, all the way through with our wonderful colleagues again from Fieri. And I'm just going to close that because I don't want that and open this up. Please take this opportunity, tenors, if you would, to just rehydrate yourselves and... have a sip of water. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn my fan back on. Apologies. I know it's distracting in the background, but this computer gets very, very hot. It's working hard, as are we all. So from the very, very beginning of the movement, and just really what I was saying earlier on about tension and release, this more than any of the other movements in the Gloria, this is where that really kind of, I don't want to say harsh, because the clashes are beautiful, absolutely beautiful, but when you find yourself, you know, in this sort of moment, really, really dig in, because the more intense the clash, the more beautiful and the more welcome the resolution is. Okay, so let us enjoy ourselves. No, we don't want the bass. We want the tenor. Okay, and I'm going to make sure this isn't too loud. Right, here we go. Let's have some fun. Take it away, Richard. So the basses come in and they sing et in and
Et in terra pax hominibus.
Take a deep breath and
hominibus. Bone voluntatis et in terra pax hominibus.
deep breath and
Bone voluntatis.
deep breath and 1.
Bone voluntatis.
Deep breath and
Bone voluntatis.
deep breath Here we go. And
Bone voluntas et in terra pax hominibus et in terra pax hominibus
bravo, everybody. Great job. Okay, and thanks again to our wonderful soloists from the Fieri Consort, and of course to Richard for his fabulous playing. And just apologies if in the middle of that it sounded like there was a timpani solo. There is actual thunder and lightning going on outside the window. I can't see the square anymore. There's a curtain of rain. So apologies if it sounds like I'm playing a timpani. I'm not. So well done, tenors. That's the first two movements in the bag. Now what we're going to do, we're going to leapfrog over the next few movements. Can you turn please to the 7th movement, page 38, if you'd be so kind. This is Domine, Fili, Unigenite, and we will come back, assuming we've got time at the end, I think we will, to sing through movements 4 and 5, but they're shorter. This is a fairly substantial sing, and once we've got this one in the bag, I think we can start to, I don't want to say relax, but we will have got the hardest pieces, I think, of the Gloria behind us, and then we've got a week to practice. Okay, so this one is great fun. Okay, this one is galloping. I said to the basses, the word rollicking I think would apply here. It's got a dotted rhythm. Yep, da 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 da. And again, as I said to the basses this morning, that rhythm is associated with French music. It's known as the French style. And if you remember, those of you that with Messiah, remember the opening movements. Da-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum. Anything dotted would have been seen as in the French style, and the opening of Messiah is in a French overture style. And so the organ sets off this dun dun da dun da dun, and so on. Really love like galloping horses, and the basses and altos set off out of the gate with the first iteration, if you like, of these two themes. And so you get to enjoy the sound of the basses and altos singing before you and the sopranos come in together on page 39 at bar 18. So if everyone can find that for me, please. And really, to begin with, it's fairly straightforward. It is effectively a descending scale. And so we start in bar 18 and we sing 1, 2, 3. Domine, Fili, Unigenite, Jesu Christe. Okay, now before we sing that through, you might notice above some of these notes you'll see a little asterisk, a little star, and little notes about should be performed and so on. So basically this is an editorial marking, and we're going to perform it with the rhythm on the organ, so we're going to double dot everything. So for those of you that for whom that doesn't make sense, in terms of the rhythm, what's written at 18 is Domine, Fili, Unigenite. Okay, but what I want is Domine, Fili, Unigenite. So it just means that shorter note is even shorter and slightly later each time. Double dotted, please, every time. So let's sing that together. The first 4 bars of this phrase from 18 are 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite. Okay, now because he doesn't want you descending down there, we go up the octave almost, and we go up to the F and we sing Jesu Christe. Sing that one for me. 1, 2, 3. Jesu Christe. Sorry about that. Can you keep it down out there, please? I'm trying to have a rehearsal. Goodness me, neighbourhood percussion group. Okay, so let's try that all the way through from 18, please. Bar 18, bottom of 39. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite. Jesu Christe. Okay, lovely and light and bouncy. Okay, now over onto page 41, please. This is a really nice little bit of sequential writing for the tenors, a little pattern that once he introduces, he then just moves down. So, bar 28, it's Domine Fili, Domine Fili. Sing me those 2 phrases from 28. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili, Domine Fili. Lovely. And of course we're aiming for Fili, aren't we? Domine Fili, Domine Fili. Each time. Make it a lovely phrase to sing. And then in bar 32... we have something slightly different, and here we'll see a hemiola rhythm again. If you look at the top of 42, look at the brackets above the soprano line. This is indicating a hemiola, and that makes sense in terms of what we're singing as well. This bit, I will say, for tenors from 32 to 37 is a little bit tricky. You're going to need to have a look at this one, I think, in your own time after our rehearsal. But if I sing it for you, sing and play from 32 to 37, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Unigenite Jesu Christe. See what I mean? It's a little bit unexpected. So let me just play it without singing. Okay, now all of those notes, all those phrases taken in isolation actually sound okay, so let's break it up. Let's just sing first Unigenite. So let's sing that. The first 2 bars of the phrase from 32. 1, 2, 3. Unigenite. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. Unigenite. Excellent. Now we sing yay and yay and again yay, and then we sing Jesu Christe, Jesu and Jesu Christe. Excellent. So let's put that all together, please. Okay. So let's sing from bar 32 to bar 37. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Unigenite Jesu Christe. Now, practice that one, as I say, with our singers and with your other tracks. It's a little bit tricky. Okay, so now we're at the bottom of 42 and doing very, very nicely with it, I have to say. We've got a couple of bars off, and then we are in bar 40. Okay, a nice line, and so it goes like this, from 40 to 43. It is 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite. Sing that with me, please, tenors. From 40, 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite. Very, very nice. The altos and basses answer you. And then in bar 46, we have a nice phrase. So let's go from 46 now to 51. Okay, so I'll sing it for you now from 46 to 51. It's 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Okay, sing that with me, please, tenors. From 46. So 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Okay, now notice you're stopping your phrase in the middle of the rest of the choir singing. That is entirely deliberate. It's so you can take a breath during 52 and then come barreling in with, let's be honest, the best bit in the Gloria for the tenors. Okay, so let's sing that one more time if we can, please. In fact, let's go back. Let's sing from the top of 43. Let's sing from bar 46. Okay, from bar 46, please, tenors. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. And then we sing the tune, okay? So tenors, from 53, your tune is Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. And I've just had a vivid memory to singing this at the age of 14 as a tenor, and just all my friends and I, all in the tenor section, we were all schoolboys. Whenever we got to this bit, we just start the elbows going. So if this helps, all right, just think of this as galloping. Domine Fili. Okay, so I'll sing it for you one more time. Follow it along. You'll have noticed that little repeated sequence. Okay, enjoy that bit, and then at the end. So I'll sing it for you one more time, and then we'll sing it together. Okay, from 53. 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Great stuff. Sing that with me. From 53, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Great. And then you think it's over. No, you get the best bit and the bit that follows now, okay? 62 through to 70 is a really lovely moment for the tenors. And we sing 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Okay, and I know there's a little bit of rhythmic interest at the end for the hemiola, but a really, really nice line. Let's break that down, shall we? Let's sing Domine Fili Unigenite. That first 4 bars. Let's sing that together. From 62. 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite. Sorry. Full tone there. Do that one more time for me. 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite. Excellent. And then from there we sing Jesu Christe. Okay, so we've got some notes over the bar line. So Jesu Christe. Tell you what, let's say it whilst I clap the rhythm, okay? So just say it out loud from bar 66. 1, 2, 3. Jesu Christe. Okay? Practice this one. Again, this is cross rhythms and is a little bit tricky. Sing it with me, though, please, from the last bar of 45. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Jesu Christe. Fabulous. So let's go back now, please, tenors. Again, doing very, very well. Can we sing from bar 53 to there? Okay, bar 53 back onto page 44. Okay, are we ready, tenors? 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Well done. Very, very good. Okay, and so we are rapidly approaching the end of this movement. I think we've got 3 and a bit pages to go. And so at the top of, bottom of 71 now. Really nice bit for the tenors. Domine Fili, Domine Fili. Let's sing those 2 Domine Fili. So listen to it again. Domine Fili, Domine Fili. With me. 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili, Domine Fili. Very good. And then from there we sing Unigenite Jesu Christe. All right, so the last 2 notes of bar 74, Unigenite. 1, 2. Unigenite Jesu Christe. Excellent. And then we approach the last 2 phrases, which I believe are pretty much identical. You just sing them twice, the second time slightly louder. And we sing Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Okay, so let's look at that together, please. From the bottom of page 47. That bit's quite straightforward, and then it's a bit more angular. So let's sing this together from 79. 1, 2, 3. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. And again. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Well done, tenors. Great job. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so let's just, before we sing it all the way through, because we do have time. In fact, no, let's sing it all the way through. I think I'd like to do this one twice, if you don't mind, tenors, because this one is a bit tricky, and we do have the time. So, Domine Fili Unigenite. Have a quick sip of drink, please, tenors. Take the opportunity to rehydrate yourselves. Excuse me. I've just seen... I need to just plug my iPad in, or it'll go to sleep. I know the feeling. Okay, right. So, Domine Fili Unigenite. I'm going to make sure it's not so loud that we can't hear anything else. Okay. So we will sing this one twice. Enjoy yourselves, tenors, though don't go too mad, because we still have movements 4 and 5 to learn. All right, so let's take it from the very beginning and have some fun. Take it away, Richard. So the bass is an alto starts here. Domine Fili Unigenite deep breath and
Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe.
And
Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe. Domine Fili Unigenite. Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe.
And
Domine Fili Unigenite Jesu Christe, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe.
Excellent job, everybody. Okay, thank you very much indeed. We will listen to the end when we sing it through again in just a moment. Well done. So you see what I mean? It's great fun. It's not an easy sing, and it's going to take you a bit of time to get this. Those of you that haven't sung it before, to get it into your voice and to feel comfortable with it. All of those little bits that I pointed out, I really do think it's worth spending a bit of time with this recording, with the wonderful tracks that we've uploaded to the channel. And just get really, really happy with all of these little bits, and then you'll have the best fun. You really will. Let's sing it one more time, tenors, and then we'll move on and just sing these last two shorter movements. Okay, so one more time from the beginning, and enjoy yourselves. Here we go. Thank you, Richard.
Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe.
Ready?
Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe.
And
Domine Fili, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe. Domine Fili, Unigenite. Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe. Domine Fili, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe, Domine Fili, Unigenite Jesu Christe.
splendid. Well done, tenors. Thank you ever so much, Richard. And I think that was Josh. Fabulous job. Well done. Thank you, gents. Okay, tenors. So we have about 25 minutes remaining. And can we turn back now, please, to movements 4 and 5? Okay. And here we have a really good example of what I was talking about earlier on, with the difference between the prima and secunda pratica. So what we have here is a couple of some chords. Now you'd expect that note to fall, which it does. Harmonically, that doesn't move as you would expect, and that's because of Vivaldi's choice to follow the words. We give thanks to thee, and you can hear the choir, hear the gratitude, and as the bass is, as that line rises, Gratias, Agimus, Tibi. Tibi. Takes us to this chord, which then leads us to the fugue that follows. The fourth movement is just 6 bars, tenors. All right, I think it's well, no, I don't think. I know it is by far the shortest piece of music that the Self-Isolation Choir has yet attempted. I think there may be some shorter pieces out there, but yeah, I think this pretty much takes the cake. I think the shortest song, just from my childhood, remember, some songs are very, very long. This one isn't. There we are. I think that's shorter, but other than that, I think this takes the cake. So, Gratias, Agimus, Tibi. Let's learn this very quickly. I'm going to sing it for you and just follow it along. We start there and we sing Gratias, Agimus, Tibi. Gratias, Agimus, Tibi. And that's it. Goodness me, sorry about that. And the tone. So let's sing together from the beginning of the fourth movement, starting there, and Gratias, Agimus, Tibi. Very good. The next note is the same as the first note, and Gratias, Agimus, Tibi. And that's it. Could I have Agimus, please? I'd be most grateful for that. Let's sing it along. I'll sing along with the soloist. So I'm just going to select the tenor here. Are we ready, everybody? There's your starting note. And we're in straight away. And Gratias, Agimus, Tibi. Gratias, Agimus, Tibi. Great. Well done. And that's it. That's the fourth movement. Well done, tenors. I think you deserve a little sit down after that. Well done. Have a sip of your drink. And this leads us to the last movement that we're going to look at today. 3.5 pages. This is a fugue. Propter, Magnam, Gloriam. Thy might is glorious. And again, if you were singing with me on Messiah at home, you'll be very familiar with a fugue. This is a very typical Baroque device that composers would use if they wanted to show they were serious. This is one of 2 fugues in the Gloria, the other one being the Cum Sancto Spiritu at the end. And this one is great. It's really, really exciting. The repeated note at the beginning of the fugue subject, Propter Magnam Gloriam. It's a really, really nice tune to get your teeth stuck into. There is one little misprint here on the score that we're going to have to address when we get down to it in bar 8. So if you could have your pencils or device controlling whatever, your Apple pencils or what have you, available, we just need to change one note. But for now, let's have a look at our opening entry in bar 3, which is on page 31. Okay, so everyone turn to that one, please. Thank you. I'm just going to spool this up so we're here ready when the time comes. Okay, so if you're all on the right page, the same hymn sheet as it were. There we are. Okay. So the sopranos actually open with the main subject in the same key, same pitch as you, or an octave higher. Okay, and that's the line you sing when you come in. So we come in at 3 and we sing 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Okay, now for those who haven't sung it, that could be a little bit intimidating, so let's sing it to bar. Okay, this is the same technique that I used when we learnt Messiah. So we'll sing it to bar. 3, 4. Excellent. So now let's dot it and lovely. And now let's invert the dot and and now let's put the words back in and sing it straight. 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Excellent. practice that. Make sure you're happy with the quavers, but otherwise we can move on now. Have a look at bar 5, which on its own is just Propter Magnam Gloriam. Sing that for me. 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Excellent. Then bar 6. Bar 6 and 7 are linked together, and we sing Propter Magnam Gloriam. Listen to that. Okay, so it's obviously based on the earlier material, but just in a slightly different configuration. So let's sing that slowly. 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Do it again. And Propter Magnam Gloriam. Excellent. Right, now we're at bar 8, and this is where there is a misprint in our score. It's what's written is... Okay. Propter Magnam. You can hear that's not right. So can you sing a C sharp, please, on Magnam and make that adjustment? So it's Propter Magnam Gloriam. Okay. So can we sing that, just that bar 8 on its own? 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Excellent. And then over the page we sing Gloriam tuam. 3, 4. Gloriam tuam. Excellent. So can we sing, please, tenors? Let's go from the beginning to there. Okay, so from bar 3. After 4, 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Sorry, my fault. Entirely my fault, tenors. Let's do that one more time. My fault. From 3, 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Excellent. And then Propter Magnam Gloriam. That's going to take some practice. And then over onto page 9, it's Gloriam tuam. All right, we'll sing this through in a moment with the tenor from Fieri. So now let's carry on, please. At 10, this just wraps up this first part of the fugue and leads us into the end. And this is a really, really lovely moment. Enjoy this as we sing Propter Magnam Gloriam tuam. Let's sing that together. From 10, 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam tuam. And here, having been quite sort of short and separated on your Propter Magnam Glor, could this bit be really legato, really lovely and smooth? So let's sing this together from 10, 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam tuam. Excellent. Now you will need to almost snatch that last note because you're in straight away at bar 12. We're down to the last 7 bars of today's learning. So very, very well done as we sing Propter Magnam Gloriam tuam. So I'm sure you noticed the last 4 bars, in fact 4.5 bars, are all just on a B, and it's just a matter of counting. So that bit's not so hard. But bars 12, 13 and 14 are tricky. So let's listen to this slowly from 12. 3, 4. Propter Magnam just to there. Once we hit that note, it's just a matter of counting, but some of this is a little bit tricky. So sing it with me from 12. 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Fabulous. verse. So now we will sing from there to the end, and then we're going to sing this all the way through at least twice with the Fieri singer. Okay? So from 12, 3, 4. Propter Magnam Gloriam tuam. Great job. Well done, tenors. Not an easy piece for the tenors, actually. Some very, very nice lines, but a little bit tricky, as I said. So let's, first of all, rehydrate yourselves, please. Have a little sip of drink. Done very, very well. It's a lot of very demanding music that we've looked at this afternoon. The bulk of the tricky stuff, once we've got this sung through, the bulk of the tricky stuff is behind us. And Thursday, well, Thursday should just be a whole load of fun. So let's sing from the beginning of this. Now, the soprano part comes in first, then the altos. Soprano's here, then the altos, then the tenors. Propter Magnam Gloriam. Okay, so you're the third voice in. And you will hear the organ playing all the other parts. That's totally normal for a bit of Baroque music. Okay, so let's take it from the beginning. Thank you, Richard. Here we go. Ready, and...
Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Gloriam tuam, Propter Magnam Gloriam tuam, Propter Magnam Gloriam.
Well done. I appreciate that moved at quite a clip, so we're going to sing it again, and we may even sing it twice, just so you can get a sense of how this all fits together. But yeah, really, really bright, exciting, vibrant piece, just with some tricky corners. So should we do that just one more time, tenors? All right, maybe twice more, actually. Okay, take it away, Richard. Deep breath, and...
Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Gloriam tuam, Propter Magnam Gloriam tuam, Propter Magnam Gloriam.
Bravo. Well done, tenors. Well done. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So what I think we'll do, let's try something a little bit different. I haven't quite prepped this. Let's sing the fourth movement going into the fifth movement, shall we? All right. The fourth movement followed by the fifth movement, if I can. Do I have the facilities to do that? I do. How about that? Okay. So first of all, Gratias Agimus Tibi. All right, are we ready? So I'll give you your note, and it starts straight away. There we are. Okay, so back onto page 30, please, tenors. We'll sing movements 4, going into 5, and then that'll be it for today. Very, very well done. Here we go. And...
Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Propter Magnam Gloriam, Gloriam Tuam, Propter Magnam Gloriam Tuam, Propter Magnam Gloriam Tuam.
Bravo. Well done, tenors. Fantastic job. Thank you so much. Well, look, let's just quickly recap. We have looked at the first, second, fourth, fifth, and seventh movements of the Gloria. So what remains is the eighth movement, which is absolutely sublime. If you don't know this movement, it's well worth just having a little listen to in your own time. This beautiful Domine Deus Agnus Dei. Absolutely glorious. Then we have the ninth movement, Qui Tollis, very similar really to the fourth and fifth movement. Very, very beautiful though. The 10th movement is an alto solo, and then 11 and 12, or 11 is basically a rerun of the first movement, which is very, very typical of sacred works at the time, that you bring back the opening tune for the Gloria at the end, Quoniam to Solus Sanctus, and then we have this fabulous view, Cum Sanctus Spiritus. So we are doing very, very well. We will get through all the music without doubt. We may even have time on Wednesday to recap some bits and pieces. So thank you so much for your time this afternoon, tenors. Sorry about the interruption from the heavens out there. The heavens were indeed telling earlier on. Bright flashes of lightning and lots of thunder. But I think that's just the weather approving of our lovely singing. So I will see you on Wednesday. And have a great day tomorrow. Do please feel free to pop in and say hello to the sopranos and the altos, who will be here working very, very hard. And I will see you, as I say, on Wednesday. And then, of course, Friday is the big day. So congratulations, tenors. Some really, really good singing today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you on Wednesday. In the meantime, have a great day tomorrow. All the best. Cheers. Thanks a lot. And bye-bye.